Hello traders, just a very quick video today, and we've got the UK and Europe is back in their seats, or at least a lot of them are. This is the Dow on the daily chart. You can see we've got this big fib area just above us and this big resistance area that we're banging against now. If we fail here, this becomes a massive head and shoulders, and so the lows of the last couple of days are the neckline. Close above here, and then we could start to at least retest the highs. So what happens today in this little box here is critical. Let's have a look at the Nasdaq. Yeah, just concerned about this 50% of the 50 EMA just above us. So just watch out for that. That looks as if that could light the touch paper for another leg down. S&Ps is the same, and the Nikkei is not faring well already, so that you can see this is what could potentially happen to the Nasdaq. So we've hit a major wall in the Nikkei, and that is falling off. That is not a good sign for the overall appetite for risk in the markets. You can see the FTSE is hitting resistance up there. So yeah, if that starts to break down, then we could tumble off the edge. If we close higher, then we could go and retest the highs. What do I think is going to happen? I think we'll go further. I think the Nasdaq will creep up to that sell zone, at which point that will become, you can see from the 60-minute chart, at which point I think that will become the point which we may leg down. But you can see at the moment, this is the FTSE on the 60-minute chart on the left. So we sell, we bounce up, we sell, we jig around, we jig around, we jig around, and then we spring through this area here, but only into that. But then the 50 EMA catches up, typical bullish pattern. We leg up, we wait until the 50 EMA catches up, we touch it, and then we run. But this is all very, very strong resistance with high RSI. So we're going to get some decisions. Gold is just struggling with that 50%. Potentially, that could be a nice W pattern. Watch out for this. Yeah, big leg up, retracement, pull back, retracement. That looks to me as if that could hold and come back up, which might mess up my pound Aussie dollar. Let's have a look. So I'm swinging along this in the June contract. Nice move up. So far hit resistance, but if we can just shuffle along here, we may be able to break out. But in the meantime, this 50 EMA is, I'm managing the risk, so my exposure is minimal. But this could just roll over. Anytime you're between 50 and 200, it's not great. But if we can come up here, test it, pull back to support, then we might be able to break up. That's what I'm looking for. Whether or not we get that, it doesn't really matter in terms of my exposure. But let's just see what happens. Pound yen. Ever since we tested these lows down here, there's a huge move to the upside, and all the little pullbacks are bought. So that still looks if we could get higher. If we come up and test that 173, that may break. Euro yen is looking as if that could hold the 50 EMA. 60 minutes is just grappling with that 50 and 200. I think we'll come and test 143 again. So in a situation like this, I would buy the lows and then with minimal stop, minimal exposure, and then see if that can work. Pound US, it's come out the gates very strong. Obviously a big wall above there, but that looks as if that can break it. Again, on a bullish chart like this, just buy the dips. but manage your risk. Euro US. This looks good. I mean, this is good for the bulls in January in the market. Big move to the upside. We consolidate around the 50 EMA and support, and we're currently pushing up. So if we can close above 138.35, we could come and retest these highs. Let's just look at, we had some decent news on the Aussie overnight. So that's the Aussie Swissy. Big move up, pull back, move up, pull back. So we've got into a little bit of a squeeze here, which propelled us up to the 200 EMA. This 81.75 has held. We're currently just got close to 83. If we can't hold here, then this is going to tumble over. So this is a lot of resistance, divergence in the RSI, but at the moment holding up. If you look at the 60-minute chart, I mean, that's put a sell signal in 82, 83. So keep an eye on that one. It looks as if that may tumble, but we will see. US dollar yen. Right, because of the way in which this Dow is perched on such a resistance level, I've been looking at shorts, and I think PEG, you see the divergent RSI on this one, a huge run up from 31.35 to 40, but currently really struggling up there, and that to me looks as if that could sell off. So I'm going to look to try and get a short at about 39.65 area to see if that one can drop down. The NBR, big run up, divergent RSI, struggling. So looking to see, I'm holding fire, but that's a reversal bar at major resistance level. So I'm just looking to see if that one can stumble up there. See what you think. This is a long actually. So this is a big move up to 38. Came all the way down to 216, but that's a huge engulfing bar. So I think MUX is a buy at 231. Marriott's, I've shorted this a couple of times and lost out, but I am prepared to risk a small amount of money on shorting at 563, 56.33 with a stop really tight. New high closed below next day. ECA, I think that is a short at 23.23. Dry ships I've got as a long, so I've got a mixture. I've got a couple of longs and a few shorts. That dry ships is a nice move. I think 320 is a buy area, and I think we may climb up to 400. Alcoa, AA, new high, closed below next day. That looks like a reversal bar to me. A lot of that sector has been weak very recently. So if the Dow can't struggle through these levels, then I want to get short. Okay, I hope that helps, and see you at the next update.